Hello, this is a behavior prevention and safety guide put together for you by the Chatham Occupational Therapy students. My name is Carrie, and my friend Claire will be talking to you in a little bit. We want to introduce 3 different types of behavior prevention to you today. So it's going to be 3 different levels. The first is primary prevention, which is basically from a class-wide or school-wide level. The second is secondary prevention. So that is essentially when a child is beginning to escalate or maybe starting to show signs of behaviors. And then the third is once the child has kind of violated the behavior expectations and maybe kind of at like peak escalation. So I'm going to start off with primary prevention. So this is kind of like establishing behavior expectations from like that school-wide level. So it's like establishing like this is what we expect from all of our students. And then also kind of giving them strategies to use from a class-wide. So it's not singling out any individual. So some different ways that we can do this are going to be like establishing and clarifying classroom rules. So, some kids might be coming from situations where it's okay to do some of these things at home, but like it's not okay to do it at preschool. And that can get really confusing, especially if they're not sure what's okay and what's not. So one way that we can do this is by having everybody say the rules together in the morning, like maybe before breakfast. And all together they could just say like, I use nice hands, I say nice words, I make good choices, I listen to my teachers, I help my friends, and like this is a safe place. So it's really focusing on the positive and not the negative. So we're not just being like, we don't hit, we don't bite, but it's focusing on like the good choices that they can make while they're at school and what gives them context for what that might be. And then, later in the day, if Sally Sue is hitting her friend, then we can, instead of it being like, no hitting, it's like, ooh, let's use nice hands. And that gives them some context for that and can always kind of like remind them to, oh yeah, we use nice hands at school. A second strategy that we can use is it's kind of similar, but it's establishing behavior expectations. And so this can be done through modeling or rewarding positive behaviors. So again, focusing on the positive and not the negative. So, say somebody is helping their friend a lot or, shares their toy with their friend, and you can reward them for that. And that could be something like, it could be simple as like being like, thank you so much, and giving them a high five. Or it could be something a little bit more tangible of like a sticker or a preferred toy, or maybe a really fun activity that is a little bit different and special. So that can kind of be different for each kid and what they respond to, but rewarding those positive behaviors goes a long way because then they keep wanting to do that. The next strategy that could be used is identifying classroom roles for the kids and then maybe designating kids to do them each week. So this can be things like a light helper, so turning the lights on and off when you're gonna like watch something on the TV, or a snack helper, so helping pass out paper towels for the snack or helping clean up after snack. A toy helper who can go around to all of the centers before breakfast or another time and making sure that all of the centers are cleaned up. Things like this can just kind of give the kids a sense of responsibility and like they have a place and can contribute in how things run. And in doing that, it becomes kind of an incentive and a privilege to do. And so that can be used, again, to just kind of show that like, helping is good and it's special, and it's something that they can like work hard for. The next strategy is to teach class-wide social emotional learning strategies and skills. So I know that a lot of times this is already done on like an individual basis. I know you guys are working towards doing it more class-wide, but different strategies that you can use other than just like academic lessons are, if you notice that man, everybody is really struggling with hitting their friends today, or we're really struggling with taking turns. You can find a social story on YouTube and put it up and have everybody watch it. Um, and this can just kind of, give them some context for working through their feelings when those things are happening, and how they can talk to their friends about it, how they can ask for help about it. Another thing that you can do is maybe take a week and teach them about how to identify their emotions and what they're feeling, and then give them things that they can do for that. So it's like, oh, you're feeling really mad today. Well, what can we do? We could take some deep breaths. We could ask a teacher for help. Maybe we need to go take a break and go sit in the calm down corner. Or maybe we just need to go find another friend to play with, because we're not getting along right now. So just giving them like ideas, and talking through, with specific emotions, and teaching them how to recognize what it is that they're feeling, can be really helpful in preventing behaviors before they ever occur. Another one, I kind of just alluded to it, but establishing a calm space where the students know that they can go to take a break when they need it. So I know you guys have the calm down corner, which is great, but just making sure that it's being utilized in a way where it's like, oh, you're feeling really overwhelmed, or you're mad, or you're sad. Maybe we just need to go and sit away from everybody and just take a break for a second, and then you can come back and play when you're ready. And putting things over there like fidgets or headphones or like soft toys, can be really helpful, so that the kids have something to like hold or do, especially like a stuffed animal or something, like they might be able to like hug and help it, like, that can help them feel better. But putting stuff there for them, kind of facilitates independence and that self-regulation piece, so you aren't having to do it for them, and you aren't having, you could sit there and talk to them, but you don't always have to, because there are other things there that they can use to help bring themselves down. So you don't always have to do it, which is great. And the last strategy that we can use in this primary prevention piece is just preparing for transitions. So this can be done through like using visual timers, which you already do, which is great. I know right now it's like the number countdown. Another way that you could try doing it is kind of, I know they're like stoplight ones. So it's like green is you're good, keep on playing. Yellow is like you have a minute or two left, depending on the timer that you use. And then red is like stop everything and clean up. So that could also be a good strategy, just because the kids might not always know what all of the numbers mean. But you guys count them down, which is great. Another way that you can prepare the class for transitions, though, is through using a visual schedule on the wall. So you could have like each step of the day, and like pictures printed out, and then you can have something that like sticks to each one, so you move it for each thing that you are doing that day. I know this could be a little bit difficult though, just because of the class being split up into those different color groups. So another way that this could be done, if you've identified that like specific kids sometimes struggle with transitions, then you could have like folders for them that kind of have like a little mini version, so you can have like different icons of the schedule of the day, and then like on the other side there's like a now place. They take it and they put whatever they're doing now, and then when that's over, then they put it like down here in this little pocket, and then it's like, okay, well, what's next? All right, that's what we're doing, and they have to move it, which can just kind of eliminate transition behaviors before they happen. And then the last one before I'm done with primary prevention is just to make transitions fun. So you could do like everybody walk like a monkey, or let's all march, or let's all sing a song. And then there is some research that has actually shown that like feelings of school belonging, as well as like with organizational inclusion of best practice, has been associated with positive academic and behavioral outcomes, which I think is really interesting. And positive school culture can reduce both teacher and student victimization and improve student experiences and achievement. So you guys already make it a really great place for them. but just using some strategies to kind of just like clear up any confusion for the students can just make it a really positive environment and help facilitate maybe a little bit of a decrease in behavior, as well as prepare them for success for the future.